2 pounds of tomatillos, 8 jalapenos, 4 medium onions, 6 cloves of garlic, 7 anahiem peppers, and 1 serrano pepper. First, we need to remove the skins from the tomatillos. The tomatillos will leave a sticky residue on your fingers. Sometimes the skins stick to the tomatillo, so you just have to keep peeling. The leftover residue can be washed off with water or just wiped away with your thumb. I always tend to buy more tomatillos than I need, because some of them turn out to be bad. I wash the tomatillos in cool water. After washing the tomatillos in water, I place them on paper towels to let them air dry. Here, we remove the skins of the onions. Next, I'm going to be peeling the garlic, and I'm going to be using the flat side of my knife to press on the garlic to help remove the skins easier. Place the garlic clove concave face down on the cutting board, and then press with the flat side of the knife on the curve. Here, we cut the onions in half. Set the oven on broil for high. Line a cookie sheet with aluminum foil and spray with oil. Then we begin adding the vegetables to the cookie sheet: tomatillos, garlic, peppers, and onions. Then I cover each vegetable with oil. I prefer olive oil. I spread the olive oil over every single vegetable. Once every vegetable is coated, I put it in the oven on broil for 10 minutes. The recipe that inspired my recipe calls for 2.5 pounds of cubed pork shoulder, but I prefer to use pork loin. Here I have over 5 pounds. I placed the roast fat side up so that I can remove the excess fat for cubing. Once the excess fat is removed, I begin to cube the meat. Usually, while I'm cubing my meat, the timer will go off and I'll have to flip the vegetables to be broiled on the other side. Once all of the vegetables are flipped over, I return it to the oven and I set the timer for 10 more minutes. Once the vegetables are done roasting, I take them out and I cover them with either aluminum foil or another cookie sheet. Here I am heating up my Dutch oven, but you could also use a slow cooker. Add a drizzle of olive oil. Once the drizzle of olive oil has heated, you can add your meat to be browned. Here I'm adding salt and pepper. You can add other seasonings too if you'd like. Once the vegetables have rested for 10 to 15 minutes, I add them to my food processor. You could also use a blender. Remember to remove the stems from your peppers. Optionally, you can also remove the seeds. Also, if you feel any of the skin that is hard or feels almost like paper, you can remove it. If it doesn't easily come off, you don't have to worry about it. Here I am removing the stem and the seeds from the serrano pepper. I don't want the seeds from the serrano pepper because I don't want it to be too spicy. You can always leave the seeds if you want. Make sure you blend it well. Once it's well blended, you can add it to your browned meat. Here I am prepping and working on the second tray of vegetables. I only have a second tray of vegetables because I have such a large batch. If you follow the recipe for the halved recipe, you should only need one cookie sheet. Here I am adding a little bit of chicken broth, not the full container, just a little bit, to smooth out the consistency while it cooks so it doesn't stick and burn to the crock pot. Set your slow cooker to low and cook for 2 to 3 hours. I am adding more chicken broth to thin the consistency, but it's all based off of your own personal preference. I add the chopped cilantro, here I am squeezing half of a lime. Normally the limes I get are pretty small, so I'd use the juice from a whole lime, but this one was pretty big. Serve and enjoy!